Howdy folks, hope you're all having a good one, and welcome back to World of Tanks with the mighty Jingles, where today, Gate 7 OSFP, if anybody understands the significance of that nickname, then please feel free to let me know in the comments, because I just don't get it, is in the American Tier 5 Reward Tank Destroyer, which is like a premium tank destroyer, but you don't have to pay for it, you instead get it by completing a campaign, the TS5. We're on the Lakeville map, it's standard battle, and he is top tier. This is a very strong machine when it's top tier. It's basically impenetrable from the front unless somebody's firing gold ammo at you with 310mm or higher of penetration, which does mean that this machine does tend to attract way more than its fair share of gold ammo. It should be pointed out though that even then this is still a tough nut to crack because, well, even the TS5 firing gold ammo with 300mm of penetration only has a 50-50 chance of finding anywhere at the front of another TS5 that it can penetrate, and it absolutely still is not going to penetrate the gun mantlet. It also has a lot of health for a tier 8 tank destroyer. At a level where most other tank destroyers tend to have around about 1000 hit points, the TS5 has 1500, which is comparable to a tier 8 heavy. The gun does have very good penetration on both its standard armor piercing and its premium heat ammunition, and the premium heat ammo also has higher than average shell velocity for heat ammunition. That's where the good news ends with the gun, however, because the accuracy is abysmally bad. I mean, we're talking artillery levels of bad accuracy, which means that the TS5 does have to get close to make this gun work. Now that kind of works for and against the TS5 because it does have all of that frontal armor, so it doesn't get punished as heavily for getting in close as something like a Scorpion or a Stug. However, it's when it gets in close that it becomes vulnerable even to enemies like the T-25-2 that just managed to penetrate his side armor, even though it was angled. Because the side and rear armor on this thing is utter garbage, the armor really only works from the front, and well, you can see the firing arc of that gun is really bad. It only covers about a 30-degree arc to the front, so the closer an enemy gets to you, the harder it is to keep the gun on target. But at the same time, the easier it is for you to hit them because your terrible accuracy means that you have to get close in order to hit anything other than a stationary target that you're fully aimed at anything other than close range. Now, in a brawling machine as strong as this tank is, the worst thing that you can do, especially with that .44 accuracy, is the traditional tank destroyer thing and just sit at the back sniping at targets of opportunity. And Gate is doing what he really should be doing with this machine at this tier under these circumstances. He's got heavy tank equivalent hit points. He's got better than heavy tank frontal armor, so it's gratifying to see that he is exactly where he should be in a machine of this type in this battle, leading from the front, sucking up all of the gold ammo so his teammates don't have to, and ensuring that the enemy team don't win this battle early by flipping that cap. Unfortunately, despite his eating up the entire enemy team's gold ammo allocation, the 2 kills that he's scored thus far, and his vigorous defense of the cap circle, as well as providing all kinds of cover for his teammates, his team are still getting their asses handed to them. They're 3000 hit points and 5 tanks down, and in danger of being surrounded. He is now down to less than 100 hit points, and despite his vigorous defense of the cap circle, the enemy team are still capping. He pumps a shot into the CS-44, but it's going to take another shot to finish him off. And there it is. Kill number 3. The VK3601 didn't seem to get the hint that it was a really bad idea to roll out in front of very, very big guns when he had more than 1000 hit points, and it's an even worse idea to do it when you only have 9. So he becomes the next casualty. Gate does get an incredibly lucky shot against that KV-2, who probably thought he was bulletproof from that angle, and honestly, he probably should have been, at least to Gate's gun, but he picked up a couple of flanking shots as well. He's now down to low health. Gate follows up the lucky shot on the KV-2 with an even more lucky killing shot on the 88, who probably only had a couple of square millimeters of armor showing, but it was enough for this notoriously inaccurate gun to roll a double 6 and get the kill. He's now up to 4 kills. The enemy team are still 4 kills ahead. although they're not looking nearly as strong in the cap circle. There is still one enemy tank in the cap circle though, probably around the corner to the left. But while the rest of Gate's team are thinking we probably need to deal with that Hellcat before we expose our flanks in order to go in there and get him, Gate is looking at the minimap and realising, actually guys, we have bigger problems. Fortunately, he's not the only member of the team to realise this. Pulls up another kill on the enemy T-50-2. Unfortunately for the S-74, the KV-2, who was the last surviving tank in the cap circle, was waiting for that exact moment for the cavalry to arrive from the other side of the map, distract everybody into turning round where he could deal maximum damage with his high explosive to their weak and vulnerable rear armour. Gate turns around to face the fresh threat and back up the Carnarvon, realising that the Tiger 1 was flanking around the church in the middle of the cap circle and going to take out the KV-2. He finishes off the ISU-152. There's the Top Gun award, 6 kills. They're starting to pull those kills back. The team is still outnumbered, but the gap is narrowing. And there's kill number 7. The Leo has just realised he's bitten off a bit more than he can chew, and Gate is able to reload in time to claim kill number 8, while clearing the side of the building and getting the front of his tank pointed in the direction where he was probably expecting a T-34-100 to appear. He may still be up there. Where did he go? There he is. Kill number 9. He's got the Radley Walters. Can he get the Pools medal? The team are finally ahead both on kills and hit points. The Tiger, very wisely, is now flipping that cap, who also did a great job along with Gate here in defending the town, is heading back to support him and potentially also help him with the cap timer. Gate, meanwhile, well, I'm sure he wants that Pools medal, but with 2 tanks capping in the middle of a town, they're going to have extremely restricted fields of vision. So somebody has to go out and spot, and he did get eyes on the incoming UDES, and one of his teammates at least was able to put a shot into it in the brief window while it was spotted, which means that as well as doing 4,500 damage of his own and blocking 3,000 damage with his armour, he's now got a little bit of spotting damage as well. That's right, TS5, Best Scout EU. There isn't a huge amount of natural cover in this spot, so he's been making himself a little nest by knocking what trees were available over in order to hopefully be able to get the first shot at the UDES. Then again, maybe it sneaked around that way. With 2 teammates capping, the UDES doesn't really have time to do anything fancy, and he's going to have to take the shortest route to the cap circle. And he's only got 30 seconds to do something about it. Oh, the T-25-2 just appeared on the other side of the cap circle. Well, that's a Carnarvon and Tiger problem, but they should be able to handle him. Unless they get reset. Remember, the T-25-2 doesn't have to kill any of them, it just has to hit them. There's the UDES. There's one shot. Ducks in behind the rocks. The T-25 does get a reset off, but now he has to survive the counter-attack. Gate gets his 10th kill. There's his Pools medal. And, I mean, he's going to head back to assist the team in dealing with that lone Tier 7 tank destroyer, but if they can't handle that between the 2 of them, they don't deserve this win. And come on, boys, you got this. He's still inside the cap circle. The base capture's blocked. He's going to get a defender medal, but it's going to be a posthumous defender medal. Oh, wow. Is Gate going to have to take this kill? He might get away with it, you know. Could this be an 11 kill game? I mean, 10's pretty impressive. Oh, oh, oh my god, it is! Surprise! It's me! 11 kills in what is admittedly the ideal machine at the ideal tier, fighting under ideal conditions in close built-up areas where the size of the street can protect your flanks and rear, where you would expect a machine like this to be able to do well. But doing well is a Top Gun, right? That's a Pools medal +1. That's just taking the piss. Ace tanker, 11 kills, Pools medal, steel wall, high caliber, Top Gun, 5,500 damage done, 3,000 damage blocked by his armour for Gate, the rest of whose username and clan is almost certainly some kind of military acronym that I just unfortunately don't get. Either way, one hell of a game. Your team were lucky to have you. Congratulations, well done. I hope everybody else enjoyed it, because that is it for today. And as always, take care, stay safe, and I'll catch you next time.